Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, June 26, 2025. Before I jump into this chart, I just want to remind you that wickedstocks.com puts out 2 stock picks a week. We've done one already early this week. We're going to be doing another one later today or tomorrow morning. You should check it out. We've got a pretty good batting average the last few months. We're always looking for 20% moves on the underlying stock itself, so we don't present unless we're confident of that, and we give you the exact conditions in which to act, and we follow up with support on a week-by-week basis on the website itself. So go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll see everything we put out the last couple of weeks, much of it's still relevant. Daily triple Q analysis, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock analysis. You get it all for one fair price. Go to wickedstocks.com. Here we are. Tesla weekly chart going back over 5 years. We've rallied back a couple of times now over the last month and a half, 2 months, into the low to mid 350s. 351.39 is a 50% upside retracement from the December high against that April low, and 354.23 is a still valid 2-year channel top that we violated, but it's pretty crisp and clear. I mean, it's cut and dry, so to speak. We closed above it. We rallied, almost reaching our objective at 516.58, this channel top in December, fell back, bounced very slightly off of this channel top before then closing below it the week later, and we collapsed out to the April low. Now it's holding on the way back up. There have been daily settlements above that 354.23 channel top, but we've not yet closed above it on a weekly basis. We keep backing away and closing Fridays below it, and the last time this happened, we sold off to this targeted channel bottom. So when we were testing the low 350s at that time, back in May, we were then expecting the 304.01 rising 3-month channel bottom, which was in the 270s at that time, held nicely, and since then we anticipated upward rotation into the 350s. So this has been a kind of a ping pong match now for the last better part of 2 months. And now that we've tested the low 350s, we are once again expecting the 304.01 rising channel bottom, which you're well aware of if you've been following the series on a day-by-day basis. Now we do have in the immediate vicinity 330.37. And, we pretty much closed right at that structure on Wednesday. But if we open below 330.37 today, that is day resistance. And if we close lower on the day, the way I'm going to phrase it, if we close lower on the day, below, of course, the 330.37 channel bottom, then 304.01 is actually in reach, quite possibly tomorrow, Friday. On the way down today, we have 317.29. That is an extreme channel bottom that can contain intraday selling pressures, and from there we could bounce to 330.37 on an intraday basis. We could spend a fair amount of the day below 330.37 and above 317.29. But if we break or open today below 317.29, we can today test 304.01. This 3-month channel bottom once again able to contain selling on a weekly, possibly into later July basis. From here we can round up once again into the low to mid 350s within a couple of weeks of testing 304.01. Now, I think if we close below 304.01, we have ourselves a significant sell signal into July and really through the rest of the third quarter. I think if we close below 304.01, 272.87 likely. This could be 3 to 5 days, 1 to 2 weeks. 221.86 within a month or so, and then within 2 to 3 months of closing below 304.01, this rising channel bottom, rising flag at the base of a move, closing below it, I do think we could anticipate the 160s. Now, there's nothing, preordained about this. Certainly, we don't know if we close below 304.01 that we will continue to unwind over the next several months into the 160s, but I think that is a play worth making. In other words, If you're an options trader and we close below 304.01, you might reach for 165, 170 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least 6 months. That would be a long-term play. Or you could play it in stair-step fashion. Many of you, maybe most of you, are swing traders, day traders. Closing below 304.01 offers the solid 3 to 5 day aggressive sell signal back to 272.87. That is the 5/8 downside Fibonacci from the April low against that more recent May high. We could bounce here, but I don't think we're going to see the low as we did about 3 weeks ago when 272.87 was convergent with this rising channel bottom at the same time. Now they've diverged, and I think the more important trend-defining line study or level is 304.01. If we take it out, I see a significant sell signal as we move through July into August, within 3 to 5 weeks, 221.86, and longer term perhaps as we move into later Q3, the 160s wouldn't surprise me. So I'll let you play it as you see it. If you're a swing trader, you're obviously playing the short side down to 272.87 as a 3 to 5 day swing trade. If you're a 3 to 5 week swing trader, you could play the short side below 304.01 down to 221.86.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Until then, though, we can bottom out through next week at 304.01 and rally back into the 350s. Inside of that, I'll remind you that 330.37 is a pivot point today. Assuming we open below it, 317.29 is likely. If we break 317.29 today, 304.01 in reach on an intraday basis. Now upside, if we happen to push, especially if we open clearly back above 330.37, volatility is sufficient to yield the 351.39 to 354.23 area on an intraday basis, where once again we can tap out for the week and fall back to 304.01 within a week or two. Now, if on Friday, that is tomorrow, we close clearly above 354.23, and I don't see that happening, but it is certainly possible, and if so, I would expect within possibly 3 to 5 months, by the end of the year or so, 516.58. On the way up, there is a rising channel top at 397.65. That would become a 2 to 3 week objective. But we're a long way from all that right now. First, we need to close the week tomorrow above 354.23 for that to all become a likelihood. Until then, we may well have seen a high as we move into later Q3, and that becomes confirmed in my opinion, below 304.01. And then we see continued declines as we move into later July. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Friday's Tesla. You have a great day.